in an era defined by both soaring ambition and crushing debt. Few figures have cast as long a shadow over Pakistan's economic landscape as the Sharif brothers. For decades, Nawaz and Shahbaz Sharif have been at the helm, steering the nation's industrial and economic policies through a storm of internal turmoil and external pressures. Their story is one of bold visions, massive infrastructure, and a relentless struggle against economic instability. But what is the true legacy of their economic stewardship? How did their policies of privatization and ambitious development projects shape the Pakistan of today? And what challenges did they leave behind for the future? This is the story of a high-stakes gamble for prosperity, a tale of ambition, debt, and the enduring quest to build a modern Pakistan. Nawaz Sharif's tenure in the 1990s marked a radical departure from Pakistan's past. It was an era of dramatic economic transformation, driven by a powerful vision of liberalization and privatization. The state-controlled industries that had long defined the economy were put on the auction block, transitioning into private hands with the promise of greater efficiency and growth. This policy shift was more than just an economic adjustment. It was a fundamental reimagining of Pakistan's future. The crown jewel of this vision was the initiation of monumental infrastructure projects, most notably the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, CPEC. CPEC was not merely a network of roads and power plants. It was envisioned as a transformative artery that would connect the deep-water port of Gwadar to the world, positioning Pakistan as a pivotal hub for regional trade and cementing an all-weather friendship with China. However, this ambitious pursuit of growth was not without its perils. The path was fraught with immense pressures that threatened to derail the entire enterprise. Internally, Pakistan grappled with chronic political instability, with governments frequently toppled before completing their terms. A crippling energy crisis plunged cities into darkness and brought industries to a standstill, while a ballooning national debt cast a long, ominous shadow over the nation's finances. Externally, the challenges were just as formidable. Geopolitical tensions with neighboring countries created an environment of uncertainty, while reliance on international financial institutions like the IMF came with stringent conditions that often dictated domestic policy, limiting the government's autonomy and forcing unpopular austerity measures. These converging pressures created a volatile economic climate, where every step forward seemed to be matched by a step back. Following in his brother's footsteps, Shahbaz Sharif inherited this complex economic chessboard. His administration confronted a modern Pakistan still wrestling with the same fundamental dilemmas: how to fuel growth while managing an ever-growing mountain of debt. Under his leadership, the focus shifted towards navigating the immediate economic crisis while attempting to lay the groundwork for future stability. Initiatives like Uran Pakistan were launched, aiming to empower the youth and foster innovation in a bid to diversify the economy and create new avenues for prosperity. Yet, the struggle remained a constant. The government was locked in a perpetual balancing act, negotiating with international lenders for bailouts while simultaneously trying to protect the populace from the harsh impacts of inflation and austerity, a testament to the deep-seated challenges embedded within Pakistan's economic structure. Ultimately, the economic legacy of Nawaz and Shahbaz Sharif is a complex tapestry of undeniable progress and persistent challenges. Their era brought forth a wave of economic liberalization that opened up Pakistan to the world and laid down infrastructure that will serve the nation for generations. Bustling markets, modern highways, and the strategic port of Gwadar stand as tangible monuments to their vision. Yet, this progress is shadowed by headlines of spiraling debt, reliance on foreign aid, and the ongoing struggle for sustainable economic sovereignty. Their story is a powerful lesson in the complexities of nation building, a reminder that even the boldest visions for prosperity can be constrained by the unforgiving realities of politics and global finance. The path they forged has profoundly shaped Pakistan's journey, leaving behind a mixed inheritance of opportunity and obligation that continues to define the nation's future.